Good morning to all the students. In this tutorial, we'll be doing part 3 Tea from Assam under Glimpses of India. COVID-19 appropriate behavior. Students, there are 3 things you need to keep in your mind while moving out of your house. Number 1, wearing mask. Wearing mask is mandatory and you should not forget to wear a mask when you move out of your house. It's one of the most important preventive measure you can take. Second is maintaining social distancing of 6 feet. When you are going out anywhere, make sure that you are standing away from others from 6 feet. At least 6 feet you are away from the others. Third is hand hygiene. Always carrying a sanitizer with you when you are going out, and after coming back to home, before the entry, just make sure that you have a hand wash outside there. You can wash your hands and then enter inside. So students, these are the 3 things. If you adapt in your daily life, then there will be no harm to your family and of course to yourself. So I hope that you will follow these and have a good healthy life.
Part 3 Tea from Assam. There are 2 friends, Pranjol and Rajveer. Both are very good friends and Pranjol invites Rajveer to his place in Assam for the summer vacation, during the summer vacation. Now, they both, while going on a train, is having a conversation inside the train compartment. They both were sitting. The first scene that is there in your book, the first scene is a place, a train platform, and a train compartment. A train has stopped. There is a halt at the train railway station. Now there is a tea seller who passes by. A tea seller passes by and asks Rajveer and Pranjol, "Chai sa?" And then the Pranjol replies, "Yes, 2 cups of teas." Let's start. "Chai garam, garam chai," a vendor called out in a high-pitched voice. He came up to the window and asked, "Chai sa?" "Give us 2 cups," Pranjol said. They sipped the steaming hot liquid. Almost everyone in their compartment were having tea. Now, who said? Rajveer said. Rajveer said that to Pranjol, "Do you know that every day 80 crore of tea cups are drunk in the whole world?" How many? 80 crore tea cups. Not just a particular type of tea, but there are different kinds of teas. So, in the whole world, in one single day, 80 crore of tea cups are drunk every day. So, to which Pranjol exclaimed, "Phew, tea really is very popular." And yes, it is. And during summers, people drink less amount of cups. But if we talk about winter season, you yourself know how many cups of teas are drunk every day at your own place, at your own home. So, it's a lovely beverage that everybody prefer to have, that is tea. The train pulled out the station. Pranjol buried his nose in the detective book again. So, during this journey, Pranjol was reading, and he was reading a book which had detective stories. So, he was fond of reading. Rajveer was also an ardent fan of detective stories. Ardent means passionate. Ardent, there is a word written in your book, ardent. He himself, Rajveer, was ardent fan of detective stories, but at that moment he was not reading. Why? Because he was more interested to look out from the windows at was watching outside. Why he was more interested outside? Because he had been to that place, he had been throughout the journey for the very first time to a new place. But what about Rajveer? Rajveer had these journeys before also, and it was not new for him. For Rajveer, it was the same place, for Pranjal it was the same place because it was his own native place. He had been from there, so it was not new for him. So, Rajveer was more interested to look out. Next, he was keener on looking at the beautiful scenery. It was green everywhere. It was totally green. Rajveer had never seen so much greenery before. Then the soft green paddy fields gave way to tea bushes. The train had finally reached the state of Assam, and through the windows he saw green everywhere. A lot of greenery that he had never seen before. He belonged to a city and he had never seen so much of greenery ever before, and through the greenery he also saw tea bushes. He saw the tea bushes. It was a magnificent view against the backdrop of densely wooded hills. A sea of tea bushes stretched as far as the eye could see. The view was extremely beautiful. Magnificent means extremely beautiful, and the tea bushes were grown properly in proper rows and columns. They were all lined up properly and they were looking very beautiful. And he could see the tea bushes as far as he could. His eyes could see it was all green and the whole plantation was done, the acres and acres of land, and he could see just the tea bushes. As far as his eyes could see, he could see only the tea plantations and the tea bushes. Dwarfing the tiny tea plants was tall, sturdy shade trees amidst the orderly rows of bushes. Orderly rows of bushes means properly planted in rows, in an orderly manner. And between those, amidst means in between. In between these rows, there were shady trees. There were tall, sturdy shade trees also present there. Next, in the distance was an ugly building with smoke billowing out of tall chimneys. He also saw an ugly building little away from these tea plantations, and what is coming out? Smoke was coming out from the tall buildings. Hey, a tea garden! Rajveer cried excitedly. Rajveer was more excited because he had never seen tea plantation ever before in his life. But Pranjal did not share the same excitement as Rajveer because Pranjal had been born and brought up in the same place. He had been born and brought up in the same plantation because as his father was a manager in the tea garden, so it was not very new for him. But for Rajveer, everything seemed to be new, everything was new, and he was more excited. So he cried, he shouted in joy and excitement because he had seen tea garden for the first time. Oh, this is tea country now, he said. And do you know, Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the whole world. Underline. Assam has the largest concentration of plantations in the world. And it will take your whole life to see these plantations in Assam. There are so many tea gardens and so many plantations all spread out across these land. I have been reading as much as I could about tea. Rajveer said, no one really knows who discovered tea, but there are many legends. What legends? So, there are a lot of stories behind the existence of tea, how tea originated, from where tea originated, from where these words One day, a few leaves of the twigs burning under the pot fell into the water, giving it a delicious flavor. It is said they were tea leaves. So, one day, a Chinese emperor, it's about a Chinese emperor, he put some water to boil, and suddenly what happened? 2-3 leaves suddenly fell inside the water. And when the Chinese emperor drank the same water, he found it very delicious. And the aroma that was coming out from that water was very good. Pranjal became really interested to what Rajveer was sharing with him. He just told him one of the story of a Chinese emperor, and there is another story of an Indian legend. Let's read. We have an Indian legend too. Bodhidharma, an ancient Buddhist ascetic, cut off his eyelids because he felt sleepy during meditations. So, earlier you know that these monks, these Buddhist monks, and even the other people would meditate for days and days, for months and months, and even years. So, for the meditation, for there should be no disturbance during the meditation, what Bodhidharma did? He cut off his eyelids, and it is believed that from those eyelids 10 tea plants grew from those eyelids. And when from those tea plants, when a few leaves were plucked from those plants and put in a water, hot water, it was found that this water banished sleep. It vanishes sleep. It is believed that this is one of the story of how tea and tea leaves came into existence, came in this world, how it was known to people. So this is another story. But tea was first drunk in China and in 2700 BC. Tea was first drunk in China and in the year 2700 BC. In fact, words such as chai and chini have come from China only. Chai, chini, these words have come from China, from Chinese, and tea came to Europe only in the 16th century and was drunk as a medicine, then as a beverage. Now it is drunk as a beverage, but earlier it was drunk as a medicine. Now they were having a very healthy conversation, both Rajveer and Pranjal. These are all the description, these are all the conversation that have been here on page number 95. These are the conversation going on between both the friends while going on a journey. And now they have finally reached to their stop. And their last stop was Baryani Junction. So they finally reached there, and Pranjal's parents were waiting for them at the stop, at the platform, at the station. So they reached there, they took out their luggage and they went out of the train compartment. Pranjal met his parents, they greeted each other. Now, Pranjal's parents took Pranjal and Rajveer to Dhekiabadi. Dhekiabadi is the name of a place, the tea garden managed by Pranjal's father. So, they directly moved to Dhekiabadi. An hour later, the car veered sharply off the main road. They crossed a cattle bridge and entered Dhekiabadi tea estate. So, after an hour, they finally reached the tea estate, the place where Pranjal's father had been working as a manager. Now, while they were going on a way, on both sides of the way, it was surrounded by tea gardens. From here also tea gardens, and that side also tea plantations, tea gardens. And Rajveer had been watching each and everything around him. Now, groups of tea pluckers with bamboo baskets on their backs, wearing plastic aprons, or plucking the newly sprouted leaves. So Rajveer observed that there were people who were wearing plastic wearing plastic aprons, and they were carrying those baskets on their head, on their back. You must have seen it in the television also. Have you seen? Yes, the people carrying the huge bamboo baskets on their back and plucking the sprouted leaves, the sprouting leaves, and putting inside the basket. So this is what he saw there in the tea plantation. And then Pranjot's father stopped on the way to let the tractor let the truck with loads of tea leaves to pass by. He stopped there because a truck carrying a load of tea leaves was passing by. He let the truck pass by. He waited there, and then once the truck passed by, he then moved further. Now Rajveer had something to ask from Mr. Barua. Mr. Barua was Pranjot's father. He asked Mr. Barua that this is the second flush or sprouting period, isn't it, Mr. Barua? So he asked Mr. Barua, is it second sprouting period? Because there are a number of sprouting periods for the tea leaves to grow. So this was the second period. He confirmed from Mr. Barua, that is Pranjot's father. To which Pranjot's father replied, "You seem to have done your homework before coming," Pranjot's father said in surprise. Rajveer further continued, "It lasts from May to July and yields the best tea." So the second sprouting period starts from May till July, and then July it's the final plucking up of the best tea one could. So the second sprouting period starting from May till July. Rajveer told Mr. Barua, and after hearing this, Mr. Barua was surprised that Rajveer had is knowing so much about tea leaves, about tea garden, about tea from Assam, though he is not from the place, but he knew so much about it. So he told Rajveer, "I think you have done the homework before coming to this place." Then, furthermore, "Yes, Mr. Barua," Rajveer admitted, "but I hope to learn much more when I am here." Yes, Rajveer admitted that yes, before coming to this place, I have read about it a lot. That is why he was able to tell so many things about tea from Assam. So, before we visit to a place, it's important we do a little research and study about that place, so that we can have a brief idea